Hey everybody, welcome back to the garage. I know for you it hasn't been that long, but for me, it's actually been a few months. As you can see, the Datsun's out of the garage right now. Workbench has been cleared off. And I've also got 2 of the lights installed here. Now, I've got to get the rest. So, time to get back to it. Alright guys, so like I said, this video we're going to take this shop light out, put a new light right around here for the recessed lighting, one right there for the recessed lighting. If it's the same as the other one, there should be a hole cut out right here for the Romex, but as you can see with the nails, that's already in between 2 seams. So I should be able to cut a hole here, cut a hole here, fish the Romex into that and be okay, and still run it in series because the next light is here, but I want 2 right there and I want 2 over here so that it's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So I'm going to start out with fishing the wires back from this way to keep it in series so that it's all going to stay connected when I plug it back in. Let's see how it's going to work. So as you saw from the picture that was coming through on this one, I drilled a hole right here to put up the actual recessed lighting, and I saw right here that there was no junction box on this one, which isn't to code and wouldn't pass inspection typically, but I guess they might not have seen that. However, when I went to pull from here and pull the cord back into here, they had stapled it every few inches. So I actually had to go back into the attic, and again, it's 100 right now in Sacramento, so it's not the 110, so it's still hot, but not nearly as bad. So I've pulled that cord back, and you can see right there I've got the Romex cable right here sitting in there, and then the other line that was coming out to here I actually put over the beam, and so it's sitting right about this general area, and I'm going to drill the new hole so it's going along inside that same beam level right before you see where the bike is right there. And so what I'm going to be able to do is tie this one that came from the lights that I hooked up previously to this line. That's going to go into the lights in there. I will run a new set of Romex, which I've already got pre-done for myself here, into there, and then I'll run it to where the new hole is going to be. I'll connect all the lines together, and they'll be in series, so that when I want to put another one down there, one right there, they'll be good, but until then, it'll automatically connect right there with that shop light. I'm fortunate right now that the previous owners thought this was a bonus room and built room in here, so I've got HVAC in here, so I've got a little bit cool, and I keep the ceiling fan going. So it's getting there, slowly but surely, we'll get there, and I can't wait to show you the final results. As you can see, got these guys in. There was a little bit more of an issue where they originally were here without the junction box. There actually is like a fire break, or it's not really a fire break because it's for the up walls. There's like a cross support strap in there. So I was trying to use my fish tool to get over it, but it wasn't allowing, so I had to just compromise with some old pieces of metal I had in my garage here and tape them together, tape the string across it, and then kind of push it up and over the beam, but still underneath the insulation in the attic to get them going. So that's not bad. That's 2 of the 8 we're getting in here. We're going to have 1 more placed right there, 2 here, 2 there. More work to go, more time to get on this, but we're getting there. Almost there. You can do this, and again, it's 100, 110 here in Sacramento in my garage. Granted, air conditioning, still hot, worth it, you can do it. issue I was having there is there's a staple holding in the actual cord. So in order to get the cord disconnected, I have pry bars. I'm able to kind of trace back the actual wire and get on top of the staple and pop the staple off. So as you can see, I was able to get enough of it out where I can now have a little bit of room with it, so I can actually cut this guy here, put in the box, put in everything else, and make it look exactly like those. So that's my next step, is to cut the power completely. You should be able to just cut it at the light switch, and that kills anything to that portion right there. I like to be a little more safe. No, I actually don't. I'm going to be more safe about it and kill it at the breaker, so that way I don't fry myself or anything up there. So the next video is going to be to get that clipped, get the new box put in there, and then put a new one right here, and then take this guy down, put two in replacement of that, and then run new wire so that where the blue X's are, we'll have a new box there, a new box there. I say box because it's a box connected to each one of the lights, and the new one in my tool closet. A little bit more to go. Almost there. Now you've seen me install that one from a distance, but you've seen what I've done here. Those ones have already been put up a little bit ago, and now I'm going to do the rest of these guys here in speed time, because that's going to take a second for me to get out, but I'll get it done, and no need to have this going into more fast forward. I'll show you what I've done when it's all installed. And everyone, it's done. I've got every light in this garage installed. So now we've got them running everywhere they need to be for me. If they are flickering, I'm sorry for the LEDs on the camera. They don't tend to go well together. But it's done. I've got all of them in here, 2 of them in the other room, and as a total, it probably took me 6 hours to do everything. You can do it yourself and have it done very, very well. The longest time for things that shouldn't take that long for me were probably having to go up and over the joists in the ceiling. And I had to go up and down ladders into the attic to actually do that for it. That took the longest amount of time. When I'm doing the ones right here that are all in the same section, those are super easy because I was able to kind of fish things over from one to another, and it took no time at all. You can definitely do this yourself if you have the tools, simple hand tools at the most, to need to be done or to use for you doing this kind of stuff. There's no reason to buy super expensive, extravagant tools. Even if your first time doing something is this, you can do it. The videos on Amazon for this product actually make it look super easy and anyone can do it. It's not as easy as that makes it seem due to having to go between the joists and having to get in between things. I have giant vaulted ceilings, so I'm able to kind of get into my attic and walk around easily to be able to get to things. But if you can see the garage door there, the attic's sloping down to where I need to be to get things done. So I am kind of crouching at 6'1". It does become a bear to do, but you can do it. there are two tools I recommend to buy that make it easy, and they're really cheap, but you don't have to buy them if you don't want to. The tools I used for this project, right here. This is the main one that helped me. You can set out the die however you want it to. This catches, I'd say 95% of the dust coming from the sheetrock. It just attaches to your drill. You don't need anything special for it. Hook that up, and it goes down, cuts the specific ones for your lights. For these lights, I just set it out to the diameter of the light that said actually on the description, and it worked perfectly. They stuck up and went perfect. Flashlights, what I use to go in the attic to find things, but I put the other flashlight in the attic beaming up so I could see everything I was coming to go get, so I wasn't guessing where I needed to be. This is just a laser sight, laser level. I just use it to give myself a makeshift idea for line sight, where things are going to be, because I wasn't being too specific on it. Water because I'm drinking and everything. These are just a set of wire strippers I've had for a very long time. They make things a lot easier, kind of all in one. There are numerous brands of these. That's my particular favorite. Sharpie to mark exactly where I'm going to be doing things and cutting the holes with. I use the pry bar to pry up some of the old staples on some of the old Romex wires that I've replaced and used new ones on. I use needle nose because when I'm trying to get things into these guys here, my hands are super tired after doing this for a few hours, and being able to pry those in makes it really nice. I use the giant flathead again to kind of poke up through any of the insulation I have there so I can see where I'm coming from, shine the flashlight through that. Tape measure again if you're going to want to measure out the distances. I did a little bit to see where I was in between things, and this is fishing tape. I just take this, I have it set so I run it through one light to the other, and it works perfect. I take it from that light there, and I run it to this one here, just through the holes. I then take electrical tape and then pull it back through. You can do that with anything you have. If you have a fishing pole, you can actually use a fishing rod to go through, tie the lure on one end, and tie the wire to it, and then reel it in. It can be done. It is really easy to do. I mean, this set wasn't that expensive. I think for the whole day, for the tools, for the kit, for everything, I'm in under 150 bucks. And that was 11 lights installed. I've still got one left. I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I've got it. You can do this. Definitely try it out if you like them. I did my garage because it's my garage. No one's going to come in here and judge it. And I need it bright for when I work on my car, which you've seen, my 74 Datsun 260Z. So now I've got all this bright garage. I don't need to worry about flashlights in the engine bays and things like that. So I wanted that. I also wanted it because I wanted lights in my tool closet. I didn't have it. I'm running rope lights in there, LEDs. Now I don't need to because I've got these. It's a simple project. Do it if you want to do it. It's super easy to do once you get the hang of things. My biggest question on all this was why I couldn't get these that were supplied with it to work. They're kind of fishing out, so I was using these regular guys here, but these connectors weren't working well, and my fingers were getting tired, and I was using these. These are fantastic. I got them to work. They're perfect. Definitely use them. So make sure you're doing your DIY on your weekend, and if you want to see me do some more stuff, subscribe. Comment below what you think about this project, what I did wrong, what I did right. I want to hear from you. Let me know. Subscribe so you see the next time I've got a DIY project coming up. Thanks. Can't wait to be on your screen next time.